What up, y'all? It's your boy Martine, aka the Boxing Purist. Welcome once again to the Truth and Absolute channel, where I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, good God Almighty. All right, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing good. I hope you're blessed, yo, beyond measure. You and yours. So listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and welcome to the channel. If you've been subscribed to the channel, much love. I appreciate y'all. I'm just a few away from hitting 1,000. And like I said in the past, to me, that means a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I saw my channel go from nothing to a little something. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit that like button or the dislike button. It's all love. If you like talking boxing, drop a comment down below. Now listen, if you want to talk boxing down below, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But sometimes it's just like little jabs thrown or whatever, and that's cool, but speak up on it. You know what I'm saying? There's a few comments, aimed, towards my channel, and I'm totally fine with it because that's what I'm here for, but keep speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a discussion, not just throw a jab out there and disappear. Let's talk boxing. We're adults here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, so this past weekend, obviously, we saw Diego Pacheco fight, and seems like he kind of got a gift according to the scorecards inside of that ring. If y'all know Diego Pacheco, he's a young dude. I want to say he's in the same camp as David Benavidez. It's Benavidez's dad who trains Diego Pacheco, and the kid, for that weight class, man, the kid is, he's a thin guy. He's not a bulky dude. You know what I'm saying? But he is 6'4". 6'4", fighting at 168. Now, his frame, like I said, he's a thin guy. Anyway, however, on Twitter, my dude Edgar Berlanga, and y'all know Edgar Berlanga too, and I'll get into the similarities between their records here in a second, but Edgar Berlanga pretty much went on X, Twitter, whatever it's called now, and he said pretty much that Diego Pacheco was straight booty. He didn't use that word, but he said pretty much that Diego Pacheco was straight booty. He's probably talking about his performance this last weekend where someone's had to go, and obviously, Diego Pacheco has a little bit of pull on that card, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking now, okay, is he calling him out or is he just throwing a jab out there? Okay, now here's my theory behind all this, and you know me, sometimes I might even sound like a damn conspiracy theorist when I talk about boxing, but I try to look at it not only from a fan's point of view, but sometimes from a boxer's point of view and sometimes from a promoter's point of view. On this one here, I'm going to look at it from a promoter's point of view because a year or two ago, when Eddie Hearn signed Edgar Berlanga to Matchroom Boxing, he did it at a time where I think it was Edgar Berlanga's first 17 or 16 fights were all by knockout, right? The dude is what? He's 22 and 0 with 17 knockouts, but his run at knockouts was insane. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of a gift and a curse, in my personal opinion. But when Eddie Hearn signed him, it wasn't right off of a knockout. It wasn't none of that, However, Eddie Hearn did sign him when Canelo was fighting for Matchroom Boxing, when he was with Eddie Hearn. Now, they have a good relationship and all of that, Canelo and Eddie Hearn I'm talking about, but as of right now, I don't think Canelo kind of jumps from promoter to promoter, right? But I always said, I think that the sole purpose that Eddie Hearn signed Edgar Berlanga, and I've said this plenty of times, was for the hopes of making Edgar Berlanga versus Canelo, right? I think that the whole reason behind it was to make a huge, huge event. And you could look at my videos in the past. This is what I've said in the past, is that he wanted to make, the old Puerto Rico versus Mexico rivalry in boxing, make it a huge event, build up Berlanga a little bit more. And as you saw in Berlanga's last fight, he was calling out Canelo. Eddie Hearn was, telling him, yo, call him out as loud as you can. You guys saw the video. So I don't know if he's calling out Diego Pacheco or if he's just saying, yo, you sucked that night, right? Because if I'm Eddie Hearn, you want to be careful what you do with Edgar Berlanga because he had his first 16 fights or whatever end by knockout really early in the fight. As of right now, Berlanga still has he still has traction from that. I think he got a stoppage win in his last fight as well, but for a while there he wasn't looking good in fights, and he wasn't fighting no big dogs or nothing like that. He just was not looking that good. That's why I say the knockouts were his gift and his curse. So at this point, if Eddie Hearn, what do you do at this point? Do you match him up with someone like a Diego Pacheco, who to the boxing world we know who he is? You know what I'm saying? We know who he is, but to the casual fan, which I would say in this day and age, you got to reach the casual fan somehow in order for it to make business sense anyways. Do you chance using your guy, Edgar Berlanga, who you signed for the sole purpose of making a mega fight with Canelo, and chance him fighting someone like a Diego Pacheco, who has a real similar record? The kid is, 21-0 with 17 knockouts as well. Do you match him up with him and chance Berlanga losing to him and having your fight against, your dream matchup against Canelo pretty much fall apart? You know what I'm saying? That is the big if. That is the big when it comes to Edgar Berlanga. It would be a good fight. They're similar in age. They have a lot of similarities, man. Edgar Berlanga is 6'1". Of course, Diego Pacheco is 6'4", but Berlanga got a little bit more mass on him than Pacheco does, just because Pacheco's so tall. Like I said, Pacheco's 21-0, 17 KOs. Berlanga's 22-0, 17 KOs. So I personally think it would be a good fight. Me personally, I think that's a hell of a fight that they should make, that they should at least try to make. The only problem is, if you're Eddie Hearn and you're investing this much into Berlanga, it's a big, big chance you take. I can't even describe it to you. Allowing him to fight someone like Pacheco, because Pacheco is not a huge name yet, so it doesn't make for a huge event outside of the boxing fans, the actual boxing fans. So it's going to be really interesting to see what comes of this, if anything comes from it. A lot of times we hear a fighter call another fighter out and nothing happens, and yeah, the promotional companies do get in the way. Now it does suck. Let me just say that it does suck for the boxing fans because we miss out on a few fights because of that. But you got to look at it from a promoter's perspective. For them to put an event together, not only does it cost millions and millions of dollars, but you also got an asset, an investment like a fighter that it's like a stock. One wrong move and that stock could drop. And now you're going to have to try to build up that stock again, and it's not always easy to do. You don't know how a fighter's going to recover from something. I'm not saying I favor Diego Pacheco over Berlanga, but it's a pretty damn even fight. And considering the camps that they come from, it'll be a real difficult fight for Berlanga, and also for Pacheco. But does it make business sense is what you always got to go back to. I'm hoping that they make this fight. You know what I'm saying? To me, I saw Berlanga put that out on Twitter, and I was thinking about it. Then I started looking at their records, started looking at their size, and I'm like, damn, this once upon a time, this would have been a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? 10, 15 years back, this fight would have been a no-brainer. But now, when the promotional companies are investing as much as they are and all that kind of stuff, it shakes stuff up a little bit. So let me know what you guys think. Is that a fight that you guys would be wanting to watch? Do y'all think that Eddie Hearn should go ahead and try to make this fight? Again, I'm just going off of one tweet, and it makes sense at 168 right now for the two to go at it, in my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below. Let's talk boxing, y'all. So let me know. Is it worth it or is it not worth it? Would you like to see it or would you not like to watch it? Anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Much love to y'all. God bless. And remember, the truth shall set you free. Peace.